Hey everybody, this is Crystal. I'm going to do an editing video of this particular photo. I'm going to show you how I went from this straight out of camera to this end result, and I hope you're able to get a little bit out of this video. This is going to be the shorter version. I recorded a longer version, which turned out to be a little longer than I expected. I guess when you're actually talking through a photo, the editing takes a little bit longer, and I wasn't expecting it to be like 24 minutes. But and also a little computer lag helped with that as well. So I'm gonna probably not talk a whole lot in this video. Maybe a few things here and there that I think you might be interested in. But I'm gonna try to zoom through this edit so it's not 24 minutes. So let's get started. Let's go to develop. So I start off, for this image anyway, I started off in Photoshop first. So we're going to go over there. See, I already edited it before, so let's wait for the straight out of camera to come on over to Photoshop. It's going to take a second because I'm screen recording, of course. Okay, first I'm going to do an unsharp mask. That's what I usually do. The first thing I usually do when I bring my images over to Photoshop is sharpen the image using unsharp. So that sharpened it a little bit. Then I'm going to do a brown gradient. Let's take some of this off of him. Have my opacity at 100%. So we're going to erase some of that off. 50. And then we'll keep that brown. I'm going to go to soft light. Okay, that's pretty good. Then I'm going to get a blank layer, and I already have the green here. I'm going to paint green at 100% on this side just to eliminate the black darker spots. I'm going to lower that. Okay, yeah, that works. And we're going to flatten this. What? Let's do the levels layer first before I flatten. Adjustments, go to the levels layer. And I'm mostly focused on the skin tone. See, it's kind of like a pale and cool. So I'm going to try to liven his skin tone up. So I'm going to go into the red channel first. Add some red to the skin. Uh-oh. Sorry. Don't know why that did that. Let's see. Red channel. And then I'm going to go to the blue channel and actually add a little bit of yellow. See the difference there? Let's see. I think that's good for now. Let's go back to the RGB channel and bring the highlights up a little bit, or the whites. See how I'm adjusting this. Yeah, we'll do it like that. And then we'll do the blacks. See, I think we'll see a little green in his skin. So let's add a little bit more red to combat that. Won't be too much. That's pretty good. Just gonna flatten. Show you a before and after already. Here's the straight out of camera, and then with all the adjustments, you can see the difference. It's pretty different. Let's see. Now we want to, I'm going to do frequency separation, and I show you in the other video, or I explain what I'm doing with the frequency separation, and all it is I'm evening out the skin tone. So this is a frequency separation action that I got from this YouTube channel called Flern. So I'm going to use this background copy, the first background copy, and I'm going to use the lasso tool here. I'm going to zoom in on the skin. It just kind of evens it out. Lasso tool. And I don't know if you'll be able to tell on this screen recording, because it's just gonna be a subtle difference for his skin, because his skin is pretty evened out. Let's see. Oh. Kind of smooths and evens it out. You don't want it to be too much, especially for kids' skin. The first layer pretty much just deals with the texture of the skin. So, you know how some people use Gaussian blur just on the skin, and you can tell because you don't see the pores of the skin on the skin. So with the frequency separation, it gives you the uh, the look of skin smoothing, but it leaves that texture. Just gonna do this here. I'm sorry if you hear my kids in the background. They don't know how to be quiet when I just told them that I was gonna be recording a video. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I need to pause this for one. Okay, I'm back, and I see this is 8 minutes, so I'm gonna speed this up. There are 2 spots on my screen. I almost tried to clone stamp them out. Just gonna get these while I'm here. Do you know what this is in his hair? Probably food, I'm sure. Okay, so that's good for now. So we're gonna flatten this and send that back over to Lightroom for a few more adjustments. This is gonna take forever. Goodness gracious. save it real quick. As you can see, this is my fifth copy. Oh, you can't see that now. So we're going to wait for that to save and head on over to Lightroom. So we'll just wait over here at Lightroom. Wait for that to pop up. Let me... It's not showing me everything. I think this is it. Go. So here we go. It's popping up over. I could honestly be done with this right now. I just want to do a couple things. A couple more things to it. This waiting is what's eating up time now. Okay. I was going to say, I don't know if it's Lightroom and Photoshop, or if it's my desktop. I don't know what, because it runs faster on my Mac, but anyway. Okay, first I'm going to do a little bit of sharpening of his eyes, a little bit more. I did the unsharp mask, and I mean, it sharpened them, but I'd like a little bit more sharpness. So I'm going to sharpen here at about 50, and then I'm going to mask it so it's not sharpening like every single part of his skin. Just sharpening like the edges mostly. So, and then we're going to, as you can see, his skin is pretty smooth. See, full screen. But I'm just going to add maybe 10 of noise reduction just to smooth it out a little bit more. Maybe a little bit overboard, but I think for this photo it's fine. And then I'm going to see, I think the blacks are okay for this edit. Let's see what the contrast does. Maybe that's too much. Maybe. I guess that's okay. And then we could up the vibrance. A little bit. Just bring out a little bit more color. Maybe this edit may be a little too dark. Let's brighten up the highlights and the blacks a little. Go down to camera calibration. We're just gonna, this is what the blue channel does, either desaturates the blues or overall photo, and gonna increase just a little bit. Add a little bit more color to it. Uh-oh, push the wrong button. Sorry, too much going on here. Okay, let's see. Let's add a little bit of the red channel. Just a little. Let's see. I think I like that, and we're gonna do one last thing. Should I adjust the overall brightness? Get to 10. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be the end of this one. So I'll show you both. So that's the before, that's the after, and let's just do a side by side. Okay, so this is the before, straight out of camera, and this is the after. I hope this was helpful, and if you want a longer video with more detail, I'll just watch the other video. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Alright, bye bye.